Have you ever wondered why the people you love the most often slip away without warning? It's a quiet, slow fade that you don't notice until it's too late. This is a story about that fade. It's about someone who was so caught up in the rush of life, they missed the quiet goodbyes happening right in front of them, the meetings, the deadlines, the endless to-do lists. They became the focus. Life was a blur of motion, a constant state of being busy, and in that blur, the most important connections started to fray. It wasn't intentional, it never is, it was just life. They thought everything was fine, that the people who mattered would always be there, waiting on the other side of the next big project or the next urgent task. They didn't see the growing distance, the subtle shift in the air. While they were busy chasing the future, the present was slowly falling apart. The other person, the one they cherished, began to pull away. It started with small things, a text message read but not replied to for hours, then days, a shared laugh that felt a little less genuine. Plans were made, then casually broken with a quick sorry. Something came up. The invites to hang out became less frequent, the calls shorter. It was a slow, quiet retreat, not a dramatic exit. They were still physically present, but their emotional presence was fading. They'd sit in the same room, but it felt like miles separated them. The easy conversations that once flowed like a river were now strained, full of empty spaces. The other person started building a life where they weren't the main character anymore, and the protagonist of our story didn't even notice. They were too busy looking at their phone, their calendar, their own reflection. They mistook silence for peace, and distance for independence. The turning point wasn't a big fight or a dramatic confrontation. It was 1,000 tiny cuts. It was the birthday wish sent a day late, the promise to call back that was completely forgotten, the moments when one was pouring their heart out, only to be met with a distracted nod and the glow of a screen. Each ignored message was a small signal of "you're not a priority." Each broken promise was a quiet statement of "you're not important enough." They were taking each other for granted, assuming the well of affection and patience was bottomless. They thought "I love you" was enough, but they forgot that love is an action, not just a word. It's in the listening, the remembering, the showing up. These small, seemingly normal moments were the ones that hurt the most, because they communicated a painful truth. I don't see you, I don't hear you, you're becoming invisible to me. The realization hit like a physical blow, but only when it was too late. It came on a random Tuesday, when they reached for their phone to share a piece of good news and suddenly realized they didn't know who to call anymore. The person they would have instantly turned to was gone. Not gone from the earth, but gone from their life. The space they used to occupy was now a cold, empty void. That's when the regret washed over them. The confusion. Why did they leave? What did I do wrong? They scrolled back through old messages, searching for a clue, for the exact moment it all went wrong, and they saw it. They saw the unanswered questions, the one-sided conversations, the desperate attempts to connect that they had been too busy to notice. The blame was a heavy weight. It wasn't one single mistake. It was a pattern of neglect, a slow and steady erosion of a bond they thought was unbreakable. And that's the life lesson we often learn far too late. People rarely leave suddenly. They don't just wake up one morning and decide they're done. They leave in tiny increments, piece by piece, over weeks, months, even years. They leave when they feel unheard. They leave when their efforts are met with indifference. They leave when they feel invisible in a relationship where they're supposed to be seen. The final goodbye is just a formality, the closing of a door they emotionally walked out of long ago. So, the most actionable thing you can do, starting right now, is to pay attention. Put the phone down when someone is talking to you. Truly listen. Remember the little things. Show up not just physically, but with your whole heart. Acknowledge their presence and their value in your life, not just with words, but with your time and your focus. Because presence is the most powerful currency in any relationship. So take a moment, right now. Think of someone in your life you can't imagine living without. A friend, a partner, a family member. When was the last time you truly made them feel seen? When was the last time you gave them your undivided attention, without distraction? Don't wait until their name on your phone screen brings a pang of regret. Don't wait until their silence becomes permanent. Reach out, connect, let them know they matter. Because the people we love are not permanent fixtures in our lives. They are precious connections that need to be nurtured, cherished, and seen. Don't learn this lesson the hard way. Learn it now. Thanks for watching. If this resonated with you, consider subscribing for more stories that make you think and feel.